guys, I'm Paintinator and this is a channel about painting miniatures where we do anything but painting miniatures. And today we are trying something new. I want to explore some simple question. Does Ukraine have its own big franchise IPCs? Not just, here is a comic book, thanks bye, but something bigger, with lore, with merch, with games, with collectibles. You know, something closer to Warhammer or Star Wars or Game of Thrones. And for the first episode, the choice was easy, because today we are talking about the real, a Ukrainian comic universe that's trying to become more than just a comic universe.
Ясновельможні пане гетьмане, ми досягли цілі. Розпочати операцію «Відплата». Негайно!
The World Production презентує.
So what is the real? Short version is an alternate history action comic where early 20th century Eastern Europe turns into a mix of war drama, dieselpunk, and supernatural chaos. Long version, it's not just a number of comic books anymore, it's an ecosystem. Multiple books, spin-offs, board games, miniatures, merch, and even international releases. So yeah, someone didn't just make a story, they decided to build a franchise. The first volume came out in 2017 and it instantly stood out. Because instead of tragic, grounded storytelling, it felt full bold fantasy, stylish heroes, weird enemies, undead soldiers, occult warfare, explosions, attitude, and most importantly, it felt confident. Not good for a local project, just good. One of the best indicators that this comic hit the right nerve was the reaction from Russian propaganda media. Right now there are 3 main volumes, a fourth one on the way and several spin-offs, including one called Cyberwang. We will get to that one because it's special. Now here's where things get interesting. The Will didn't stay just a comic book. It started expanding. In 2020 they released a board game with a full set of miniatures.
П'ятий універсал. 11 персонажів, додаткові мініатюри, 7 ігрових режимів. У першій українській тактичній грі за легендарним коміксом «Воля».
And this is the moment when it went, okay, now I am interested. Because when your world exists not just on paper but also on the table, that's a completely different level. You can read it, you can collect it, you can paint it. The game even won Best Ukrainian Board Game of the Year. And then there is a merch. A lot of merch. Art cards, vehicle models, music, short films. Because if you like this work, they will find a way to monetize the emotion, respect. And now let's talk about Cyberwang.
У головній ролі Павло Зібров.
Ти знаєш, чому так тихо, крихітко? Бо мертві бджоли не гудуть.
Because this is where things go from cool to... Wait, what? Cyberwang takes place decades after the Will and stars a cyberpunk detective based on a real Ukrainian pop singer Pavlo Zibrov. Now quick explanation for international viewers. He's a real Ukrainian pop singer, a very iconic one in Ukraine, very recognizable, very mustached. And yes, there is a miniature of him, and it's amazing, honestly. I will put that straight into a Necromunda gang and call it a canon. And this is where you start to see the bigger picture. It's not random content, it's a team trying to build a brand, not huge yet. Not global scale, but definitely not small thinking either. Because franchise isn't about only successful product. It's about multiple ways to enter the same world. Comic books? Check. Board game? Check. Miniatures? Now we are talking. Merch, books, side stories? Also there. And that is how real IP works. So the question, when will Disney buy the Will? Sounds like a joke, but honestly, in today's world, I wouldn't rule anything out. While Disney is still figuring out how to turn Ukrainian dieselpunk history into a steampunk, right? The creators of the wheel are steadily expanding their universe, currently in development. A manga-style project Grimdark, a prequel comic Guardians of Europe, an historical comic book Crimean Operation, and even more. And that is very telling, because when you don't have just one project but multiple branches expanding the same universe, you are no longer thinking like a writer, you're thinking like a franchise owner. They are also launching the first collectible card game in Ukraine based on a comic, which is kind of a big deal, and even video game. And seriously, just look at this pixel art. This is legally good. And yes, right now the wheel is mostly known inside in Ukraine, but already starting to appear in Poland, in Czech Republic, and even in the United States. This is a big deal because modern culture influence isn't just movies and music anymore, it's universes. Before we wrap up, let me know in the comments if you want more videos like this, exploring less known Ukrainian franchises and trying something maybe bigger. And this was Paintinator X, and let you paint never run out.